A slow, sweeping drone shot glides over two neighboring properties, revealing a stark contrast. One garden is a symphony of life, bursting with vibrant greens, colorful flowers, and ripe vegetables. The other is a patch of dry, cracked earth, barren and neglected. Text gracefully appears on the screen, a story about community. In the lush garden, Leo, a man in his 70s with a kind face and gentle eyes, happily tends to his plants, his movements practiced and loving. From the porch of the neighboring house, Mr. Harris, a man of similar age but with a stern, rigid posture, watches with a deep-seated envy that tightens his features. The vibrant life next door seems to mock the emptiness of his own yard. The sound of harsh, percussive hammering shatters the morning peace. A tall, ugly wooden fence is being erected, a stark barrier slicing through the landscape and separating the two gardens. The music shifts, becoming somber and heavy. Frustrated by his own failures and resentful of Leo's success, Mr. Harris has chosen to build a wall. When Leo sees the completed fence, his shoulders slump, a wave of sadness washing over his kind features. The barrier is more than just wood. It's a physical manifestation of his neighbor's bitterness. A montage follows, showing both men attempting to garden in their separate worlds. The imposing fence casts long, oppressive shadows, and their solitude is palpable. They are isolated not just from each other, but also within their own frustration. A line of text fades in. Sometimes we build walls to protect ourselves, only to find we've trapped ourselves inside. One quiet evening, as twilight paints the sky in soft hues, Leo does something unexpected. He takes a small, delicate fruit tree sapling, its leaves full of promise, and quietly finds a sunny, untouched spot in Mr. Harris's barren garden. With care, he plants it, a silent offering of hope. The music gently shifts, a single, hopeful piano melody beginning to play. From his window, Mr. Harris watches, his initial confusion giving way to a flicker of something softer, a warmth that visibly touches his stern expression. He sees not just a tree, but an act of unprompted generosity. Text appears on screen. The smallest act of kindness can bridge the widest gap. This single act sparks a new, unspoken routine. A few days later, a small bag of nutrient-rich soil appears near Leo's prize-winning roses. The next week, a newly sharpened trowel is left for Mr. Harris. They anonymously exchange these small gestures, each a quiet contribution to the other's garden, a silent conversation over the wall that divides them. A beautiful time-lapse sequence begins, showing the gradual transformation of Mr. Harris's garden. Aided by the shared kindness, green shoots break through the dry earth, flowers begin to bloom, and the small sapling grows stronger. His garden starts to mirror the vibrancy of Leo's, and the music swells, becoming triumphant and full of life. The two gardens, once a study in contrast, are now a matched pair of flourishing beauty. One sunny afternoon, the two men catch each other's eye over the top of the fence. A genuine, unforced smile spreads across Mr. Harris's face, and he waves. Leo smiles and waves back. Then Leo holds up a hammer, his expression a silent question. Mr. Harris responds with a firm, decisive nod. Together they begin to dismantle the barrier, board by board, nail by nail. The text reads, "The walls we build can always be taken down." With the fence gone, the two properties merge into one vast, breathtaking garden, a unified landscape of color and life. The camera pulls back to reveal Leo and Mr. Harris sitting at a small table, placed in the very spot where the fence once stood. They are sharing tea, their laughter echoing through the garden they now share. The final message appears poignant and clear. Your community is your garden. What you choose to plant will grow. The scene fades to black, and one last thought lingers on the screen. If this reminded you of someone, share it. Plant a seed.